Hi everyone, Kelly here. I'm Yarn Inspired and it's been since July, since my last video. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. I have just been so busy. So I hope you guys have all had a good half year. Because half year is a long time and a lot can happen. I've not been too bad. My days off when I don't have the kids, I've been having college. But now I've transferred one of my courses to online, so my Thursdays are pretty much my own. And I'm glad to have that time back to myself. So when you're so busy, in your time off from the kids, you're busy doing other stuff with other responsibilities. You just get no time at all for yourself. So, got a little bit of me time. I'm so happy with it. So I figured, well, why not try and make a video? This might not make it to online because at one point I wasn't even sure that I was going to film again. I was just so wrapped up in life that I was just like, well, I've got no time for it, so why bother making plans to film? So I was just sat here, I was watching season 3 of Scorpion and just thought, you know what, I'm going to whip the camera out, why not? Just do it. If it ends up online, it ends up online. If it doesn't, I'm chatting to myself really, aren't I? But I do that anyway. If I'm not talking to the kettle, I'm talking to myself. So anyway, I'll start off with some finished objects. And I've only got 2 to show you because everything else that I've been making, I've given away. It's gone. So it just looks like I've done nothing. And I am doing some other things on the side, but can't bother bringing it down, it's too big. So anyway, I did the Pure Joy shawl by Joji Locatelli. So this is it. I might be a bit too close to the camera, but my coffee table is now my TV table, my TV stand. So this is the only kind of table thing that I could use in here. And my kitchen's a mess, so I'm not filming in there. So anyway, this was really long. But it's made using Drops Flora, which is an alpaca wool mix. I think it's 65 wool, 35 alpaca, or the other way around. I think. I should have brought some down, but you know me, I could say it's because I've not filmed for ages and I've forgotten how to do it, but it's not, because I was never good at that anyway. Did I show you this backwards? Right, that's the right way. It smells nice. I use Woolite to soak my woolens. And at first I didn't like it, but now I've gotten used to it and I really like it. And whenever I smell it, it's like, oh, that's had a special wash. That's been hand washed, it's not just been chucked in the machine like all my socks. So I think that's either going to go to one of my son's teachers at the end of the year, because I've noticed that both his teacher and teaching assistant wear stuff like this even though they don't knit. And this will do for the teaching assistant because she wears a lot of them colours, the grey and the cream. Yeah, they're the colours, grey and cream. Didn't tell you that. I don't write things down, and even when I do, I miss things out. So, you know, Scatterbrain Kelly is back. I did that on 4mm needles. Can't remember which ones. And then I did this. This is the Cozy Head Happy Head. Now I keep wanting to call it the Cozy Hat Happy Hat. But Cozy Head Happy Head. And this is done using alpaca. See all the nice flecks on it? My lovely, very heavy glass head that I bought. So this is in the adult size, but on the pattern, there's the pattern. By Joji Locatelli again. And on the pattern it's done in Aran weight, and last time when oh, sorry. So last time I did that hat, I did two, one for my friend's daughter and one for my mum. And I did it in Aran. It was about a year ago to like this month, and there was too loose for my liking. It just ended up far too big. So I did it on DK weight and on 3.5mm needles. And I think that's alright for an average man's head. He kind of wears them on the tip of his head anyway. Sort of. I don't know. There's no really point in him wearing a hat, but he wears beanies a lot. So it's done in this Wendy Pixile UK. DK, not UK, DK. Yeah, 4mm, 100% acrylic, but it's so soft. It is really, really nice, and I've not been able to find any online, so I need to go back to Abercarn and I need to get some in all the colours that they've got, because it's so nice to work with. It's so soft, you know, that kind of softness where you touch it and it feels a bit cool and silky smooth. That's what that's like. So my friend likes that hat that I made, and I actually like it, so I'm going to make us both one. And that's it for right now that I've got finished. I do have some wool that I dyed. Yeah, I'll show you that because that's finished too. So I got some just bare wool, bare uncoloured cream or white or whatever you want to call it. No, they were both like cream. So I just bought cream wool. This one was Cascade Heritage Solids. And then I dyed it, and it's come up with all different colour greens. So yeah, I really like that. It smells like washing up liquid, because that's what I washed it in when I was rinsing the colour out. So that's that one. And then I did two of these. This is the Drops Alpaca. So I did do two of these, but I've not brought the other one down. And I did these two in Drops Alpaca as well. Just one each of them. So I'll probably put them all together in something. And then I should have done these ones first, because this was Cascade Heritage Solids. But I did different purple and pinks and blacks. It was completely by accident, because this was meant to be a normal speckle, and if you saw my Instagram picture of the pay it forward mittens that I made for my mum, I dyed that wool as well. And I did this and that one. I mean, the other one is just like that, but in purple, all different kinds of purples. But I was meant to do both of them speckled, and I did them on the same day, did the exact same thing, and they came out very, very different. So that's that. And I've put them in 200 gram balls, 200 gram, 50 gram hanks, because what I've noticed with Cascade is when you've dyed it, and then obviously it goes through the heat to set the dye, it kind of, the wool comes a bit brittle, so you have to be very careful when you work with it, because it doesn't keep its substance as well. But doesn't matter, I'm not rough when I knit it, so that'll be fine. Okay, so back to it, is that on the floor? Right. Oh, this is just not working. I should have moved the telly really backwards. If you can see any dirt up my wall there, just ignore it. The kids have been throwing eggs at the wall. Whenever I try and clean the wall, the paint comes off, so I'm just going to leave it until I paint the room again. Right, so what I'm working on now, I am doing a virus shawl, because when I am stuck for something to do, for just, if I'm cooking or something and there's just a few minute break between what I'm doing before I have to do the next thing, I need something to do with my hands. So I'll pick up a crochet hook and a crochet, and that is what this project is. So this is just going to be plain old virus shawl. Everyone knows how to do it. Everyone knows what it's about. And this wool I got from Berry Market. So it's Stylecraft Twilight double knitting in the mulberry colour. 83% premium acrylic, 15% wool, 2% polyester. And it is really nice. So it came in a bag of 10 for £10 each. Can't argue with that, can ya? I love Berry Market. It don't look half bad made up, does it? Right, so that's that one. And then I'm knitting on, I'm doing some gloves. This wool I got from Berry Market as well, this stock wool. Right, so the gloves that I'm making, could have put it on the right page, couldn't I? So these are Pioneer gloves. Where's the blinking picture? Oh my gosh. I should have been more organised. Right. Pioneer gloves. That's not the front page. There's the front page. Should be a big picture. Oh my gosh. Go grab a brew. Right, there we are. There's the picture. Hope you can see it. I can only see the screen slightly behind, from the telly behind. So anyway, Pioneer Gloves by Kelly McClure. Do it in Stylecraft because everyone knows I like my Stylecraft. So it's Stylecraft Avonmore 4-ply. I got this off Berry Market for £2 a ball. And that's in black and grey. Not really not really good, the name, is it? They're not adventurous. But I think it's working out well to be the glove. So yeah, that's that one. I'm doing it on 2.25mm 9-inch circulars because everyone knows I love my 9 inches. Not being rude, but I love my circulars. Right, do that later. Now what's in here? Half the time I can't remember what I've got in these bags. Right, so when we was on the Manchester meetup, as well as getting that Wendy, I got some zigzag, King Cole zigzag sock wool. And does it have the colour? The colour is Wicked. And it's not working out pretty bad actually. Because it stripes, it seems to be going fast. But now I've got to the heel, I'm like, I can't be bothered doing the heel. So now I'm thinking, well, should I just do them as leg warmers or long boot cuffs? I don't know. But the colour at the top I'm using is Knit Global. I got a load last year, dead cheap, from someone who was selling a stash on eBay. And that is just in like a wine colour. And oh yeah, one more. Right, this has been the bane of my existence. Oh my gosh. Have you ever had one of them patterns that you just can't stand doing, but it's an order? And I just keep wanting to tell my next door neighbour, you know what, I'm not doing it. I just want to throw it out the window. You know how to knit, I'll give you the pattern. Just, I don't want to do it. And I'm trying so hard, and I don't know. It's not even the cables aren't hard to do. It's, I think because I messed up the first time round, so now I'm working off the messed up piece to do a new one because I couldn't fix the cables. I'm not that advanced that I know how to fix cables. and it's really winding me up. So this is a drops pattern. That's another thing, like, I love the stuff what drops comes up with. I really do. They come up with some beautiful things like garments, accessories. You've got your blankets, your shawls. They're all gorgeous. They're all my style. But the instructions, everything is in big fat paragraphs and you have to rewrite it yourself. In the book, I buy the books, but I had to go online and print off this pattern because the book didn't have the second chart. And it doesn't write how to do it. Like, oh, the chart says you knit 1, purl 1, cable 6 to the back. No, it doesn't say that. It just says C chart 8.1, C chart 8.2, C chart 8.3. But when it doesn't have the charts in there and you've bought the book, and fair enough, yeah, it is only £1. I know it's not a lot, but it's extra effort that you shouldn't need to go to. I hate this jumper. I really, really do. So, that little boy is wearing that jumper. So, I don't know. Right, she wanted it in age 4 to 5 because the little boy's 3. So I said, okay, they don't have age 4 to 5. They have age 3 to 4 and then 5 to 6. What do you want me to do? So she goes, do the age 5 to 6. But then I'm like, well, that's going into nearly double his age. But she asked for it. It's what she's going to get. So again, Stylecraft. So I'm doing Stylecraft Special DK in camel. If you notice, they've changed the ball band. This shows how long I have not actually been on a wool shop for, because usually I buy Stylecraft unless I've gone to Ice. Yeah, I just didn't notice that they've changed the bar bands. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. So, I'm still working off the first bit that I mucked up. So I got the cables wrong in like 3 places. And the pattern says cables front and back, you know, for just the panel sections. But then I thought, well, sack that, because I think that's where I went wrong. I'd done one, and then by the time I've gotten to the back side, I'm like, well, I've already done that, so I'll read the next row. It just worked out being wrong. So because the pattern doesn't show the back, my next door neighbour doesn't know that the back is cabled. So I'm not cabling the back. I'm such a cheat, aren't I? But yeah, so the back is just plain, and the front is this cable. See, it's a really nice cable design, but when you've had so many muck-ups, I'm just sick of doing it. And the colour on the picture is this as well, and she wants me to do a Fair Isle one next for an 11-year-old. I don't think I'm going to do that now. But she picks the same colour that's in the book, and I'm like, well, they're kind of boring. Like drops, they're just... They pick boring colours for a lot of the stuff, and I know that it looks better on the pictures and appealing to more people, but when you're working on the same one as that you're seeing in the book, I don't know, you just get sick of seeing the colour, don't you? Well, I do anyway. That's why I have so many projects on the go, because I just get sick of seeing stuff, and I'm just like, right, bad enough for you, come back to me in a day or two, I'm done with you. Right, so that's that one. And what's it called? I think it's called Lucky Jack. Lucky Jack by Drops Design. It's in the Drops Children's book 26, and it's pattern number 3. So yeah, DK weight, 4mm hook, Bob's your uncle and all that. So now I'm going to show you what I've bought. You've already seen some of what I bought, but now I'm going to show you the rest. And I don't really want to get the ball bands out for everything. So I'm going to get one out from each person that I've bought from. Because they're all in the middle of these, and every time I take them out I seem to mess it up. Right. So when I was on Berry Market, they've got a haberdashery shop called Happy Knits, I think it's called. And I saw this Cozy Toes sock wool with added nylon 4-ply. It's by Teddy Wool. Teddy. So it's such a nice mixture of colours. It's got, I can't tell if it's a black or a green with the maroon. It's really nice. They're in Bradford. Yeah, it's machine washable. Yeah. 25% superwash wool, 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, 380 metres. Yeah, that's all I can say about it really. It's nice and soft. Don't think I'm going to make socks with it. I think I'll put it in a shawl. And then whatever's left over, use for heels, toes and cuffs on socks. Because that's a nice all-round colour. And then I bought from, you know what, you might have seen this on the last video because I don't think I've done another shop from there. But I'll show you anyway. So I got blue and teal Cascade Heritage Solids. I brought these down because I want to ask your opinion on something that I want to make, but I can't decide the colours to use. So I'm going to ask you after I've shown you this. Right, Snuggly Stars Yarns. Gemma Deanne has a podcast called Snuggly Stars. She has a shop on Etsy, Snuggly Stars Yarns, and she was at Knitting Yarn Expo. She had a stall there. Her wool is lovely. It really is. So there's her logo. And this is called, this 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I keep wanting to say merino, not merino. So if I say that, you know what I mean. 100 grams in fingering. Right, so that's Witch's Brew. It's quite nice, that, isn't it? I was thinking of putting it with a dark purple, but I don't know what pattern to use yet. And then I got this one from her with the light blues, kind of greys, red, navy. And that one's called Industry. I love this one so much. And she sent me some others, but I'm still working on a design for them. And then, last but not least, the Manchester meetup went to Countess Ablaze. And as you can see, I cake everything up. I don't really leave things in hanks because they just get used too quickly. And I'm very, I don't know, if I'm sat there at night and I've got something on my mind that I want to make, I don't want to start getting out my Swift and then my cake, wool winder, ball winder. I've just had my morning brew and all. I think I need an energy drink. Right, so I cake everything up because I can't be bothered with all that rigmarole at night time. And half the times I've had my tablets, I'm medicated, I'm a bit sluggish, and I'm just like, oh, sack that for a laugh. I ain't doing it. So yeah, so this is, show you the colours, it's like your greens, your teals, your brown. And I fell in love with so much in there. It's just so nice. It's so expensive, but it's so nice. So this is called Big Fish in a Little Pond, in brackets dark. It's on the Lady Persephone sock yarn. 75% BFL and 25% nylon. It's your 4-ply, 425 metres. I would like to try and get a babysitter on Saturdays when they have the knit group, because I did really enjoy it there last time. But then I think, well, if I'm not there with my gang like I was this time, I don't know, I'd kind of feel a bit intimidated, because when we went in there, the other women, I don't think anyone said hi to us. I don't know, it was definitely two separate groups. And then one other woman came and sat with us and she was quite nice. But the others were just like, I don't know, we had to like kind of squeeze past them a bit to get to our table. But I don't know, I didn't really notice anyone look up and smile and go, "Are you alright?" Or it was just weird for me. If I pass someone in the street, I'm like, hiya, morning, you alright? Or afternoon, bag looks a bit heavy. Yeah, just random little, you know, you don't just walk past someone, do you? You walk past someone, especially at a knit group, where you're all there to just sit there, enjoy yourself, you know, do your click to clap with your thing. But yeah, I don't know, it was just weird for me. People usually say hi when someone enters the room, or I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a snob. But anyway, I got this other one in gunmetal, and that's lace weight, and it looks blue, but you know when it was hanged up and in the shop it looks grey. So I don't know, it just looks blue now, and I didn't really see any blue in it before. So this is the Blue Face Baron Lace, 100% superwash Blue Face Leicester. It's 2-ply, 800 metres, machine washable at low temperatures. And for this, I got lace weight because I saw this pattern and I wanted to do it. But then I got home, I started to do it, and I thought, you know what are you doing something so complicated for? You live your life with migraines nowadays. Like, are you just trying to like make things more difficult? Why would you do that to yourself? So I picked it back up and put it back. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll double it up and use it in the shower as a 4-ply or something, I don't know. But if I do that, because I use a lot of Knit Pro things, I've got the Melodies box, but the tips aren't that sharp. So whenever you double things up, you miss one of the stitches a lot. I can't talk. So yeah, you end up not picking up both the stitches, both of the yarns that are in the stitch, and it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So I do want to get the higher sharp small set, because I think they'll just be a lot easier. I just want it to be easier. I don't want to be messing about, and then when I've got a headache and then you try to like wriggle the needle round to pick up the other stitch, and you're just like, no, effort, put it down, go to sleep. And that is that. So the stuff that I want to work on, I want to do this spring carder by Katie Peterson. So it's kind of like a crochet bolero. I think it's free on Ravelry. I've had this pattern for a while now, but I just don't remember. I think when I first learnt to crochet, I got this pattern. But I think it's on Ravelry anyway. So it's by Katie and the Squid. Katie Peterson Spring Carder. So if you want it, have a look on Ravelry. I'm sure it's free. I don't think I'd have paid for a pattern when I first started crocheting. And then I want to do this kerchief tank. There's that. I can't remember when I found that either. Oh well, it would have been this year, 2017 Right Brain Crochet. So it's done in DK, but you work it on a 60mm, and I think it was free. Well, yeah, I don't think I'd have paid for it. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to paying for patterns. I have to really love it, or I'll sit there and think, right, well, I'm just going to make up my own for what I like. But I did buy this one because I want something to wear throughout the day, but I don't really want to wear a shawl. I really like scarves. So I found this wrap. It's called Zank wrap. And at first I wasn't too keen on the look, but the name Zank, because last year I listened to all the audiobooks from the Zank series, and it was pretty cool. So this is from Amber O'Brien. This is where my dilemma comes in. I want you to help me. So have a look at the pictures.